They can't wait to laugh at me. I'm on this, what the fuck out, dog? What the fuck out? I'm getting niggas mad at me. I'm big praying on my downfall. They can't wait to laugh at me. I'm on this, what the fuck
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. That's right. Good afternoon, world. Good afternoon, America. Good afternoon, Asia. Good afternoon, the islands. That's right. We're on Afrovice Radio, worldwide radio. This is the T Club. My name is Mozart, and I'm the world's most expensive DJ. I got a big man in the building too. That's right. He goes by the name of Young TMO. Hey. Young TMO's in the building. That's right. One of Houston's finest up-and-coming rappers. That's right, he graced us today. He's got a new track, we're going to share it, that's right. But before I do that, I want to introduce my main girl. That's right, she goes by the name of Coffee.
Coffee. Yeah, how y'all doing today?
No wahala, Miss Coffee.
No wahala. But for those who don't know what it means no worries.
No worries, that is true. She's got no worries. That's right, apart from the man.
Hey, you can say that again.
BB Love, Afrovice official. That's right, dancer, choreographer. That's right, BB's in the building. How you doing, BB?
I'm doing fantastic.
He's a saxophone player. That's right, he's worked with Aloe Black. He's worked with Jill Scott. That's right, man's on the move, man's on a mission. That's right, he goes by the name of Anthony Rajiv. He's always in a hat or fedora. How you doing, Daddy?
Hey, I'm just keeping it sexy and keeping it sexy.
All right now.
She's a wonderful artist. That's right. She's a neo soul queen. That's right. Mommy's. So what? Are you on the single or taking already?
It's complicated. No, I'm taking.
She's on the She's taking, but
she said something about him being out of town.
Oh, well, he out of town.
I'm taking.
He's out of town tonight. You know what we doing tonight? It's girls' night out.
Yeah, it really is though. We going out.
That's right. We're going out tonight. That's right. She goes by the name of Soleil. But Young Timo's in the building. Young Timo, how you feeling, Daddy?
Man, I'm feeling real good, man. I'm glad to be here.
That's right. Nice to see you. Soleil, you want to swear that young man in?
Yes, sir. Woo! Please grab your glass bottle. Please raise it and raise your pinky.
That's right.
Sir, do you?
Young Timo's got the expensive tea today.
Yeah, that fancy. Do you solemnly swear to spill the tea, the whole tea, and nothing but the tea, so help you tea?
Yeah.
With whatever. I love it.
So I know Miss Coffee's got some questions for you.
Yeah, so I mean, just tell us who you are, introduce yourself, where are you, having your projects coming out, who are you?
I go by the name of Young TMO. I'm from Houston, Texas.
Gang.
Gang.
I just released my recent project.
Timeless.
Timeless, in November. Dropped in November. It's on every platform right now. You can go get it. I got videos out right now on YouTube. Young TMO. You can follow me at IG at Filthy Boy TMO. And Twitter is Call Me TMO. It's CVLLMETMO. So yeah, y'all can tap in with me. Shit, that's about it, really.
How long you been rapping? How long you been in the game?
Rapping for real, like shit. This damn near like 2 years in now, like going consistently consistently.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, let's do a world premiere. That's right. This is Young Timo. That's right. This one's called Uncut.
Leg out. Ain't no cut on it. If I'm out of pocket, put a cut on it. I ain't going on the playlist to dub on it. This money right here came with blood on it.
That's right, Young Timo Uncut right here. That's right, here first on the T Club.
Gotta do the speed limit, got drugs on it. Girl came hard, make a flood on it. And I just went dumb. Ain't telling myself and I'm going on the run. Ain't no lacking, bitch, I keep me a gun. Ain't no going back, broke some rackets. And caught a case on the run infection. I ain't mean to break your heart, it was accident. I was trying to be a felon, was accident. Kiss turned me to a champion. Action. Yeah, money sticking on me just like a magnet. Ain't no food, just some drugs in the can. They dying eating noodles, serving them bags. Vapor ops, we gon' smoke them the edge. They come at me, pull out them butts on her leg. And love me, she tryna start up a fan. Gotta catch with the bitch to the charge, they jam. Ain't got a hair, bro, money and I had green. On the road, if we get flip, put this in your pan. Made it back to my house with that pack, got me damn. On first time showing bait, I'm bent, she say I'm hands. I got my checker like I just let the doctor. My drink to the doctor and love my chop. If I see her, I buy got the duke out, and niggas move on, bro, I'ma drop it. You niggas the cop, fuck the baby bottle.
What's the socks at?
Fuck the meanness a drop when I got him. Call on my phone if you ain't copy. Fuck you telling me about the ops, you ain't sliding. Push up on them like I'm building my body.
That's right, you heard it first on the T-Com. That's right, it's Young TMO. Cut. Hey!
Ain't no cut on it. If I'm out of pocket, put a cut on it. I ain't going in the
TMO, we gonna do something special for you today. We got a phone.
You know what she doing, got a butt on me. So to bend it over, let me rub on it. All do is speed limit, got drugs on me. Hurricane Harvey, make it flood on me. And I just went dumb. Telling myself and I'm going on the run. Ain't no lucky bitch, I keep me a gun. Ain't no going back, broke some rackets. You got a case on the road, I ain't mean to break your heart, it was accident. I wasn't trying to be a felon with accident. Cancer turned me to a champion. Action. Ain't no cut on it. I'm out of pocket, put a cut on it. I ain't going to pay this dub on it. This man right here came with blood on it. You know what she doing, got the butt on it. Try to bend it over, let me rub on it. All the blue speed limit, got drugs on it. I can't hard, make it flood on it. Telling myself and I'm going on the run. Ain't no lucky bitch, I keep me a gun. Ain't no going back, broke some rackets and cut. I ain't mean to break your heart, it was accident. I wasn't trying to be a felon, it was accident. Cancer turned me to a champion. Action. Yeah. Money sticking on me just like a magnet. Ain't no food, just some drugs in the cabinet. They dying eating noodles, serving them bags. Fuck the ops, we gon' smoke them ass. They come and we pull out them butts on her leg. She ain't love me, she tryna start up a fan. The catch with the bitch to the charges, they jam. Then girl,
Check 1 2 1 2. That's right. That's Young T-Mo Uncut. That's right. So Young T-Mo.
Wow.
Where exactly in Houston are you from?
Shit, I'm from the West, but I grew up in like Cypress, Katy.
You know what? Your energy reminds me of like a young, like a little baby. Like just on point. The lyrics are on point. The energy.
Back, yeah.
Solid.
Yeah, like just good stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like
it's strong. Yeah. It's
I'm not trying to compare you to him. Like you don't sound like anybody I've heard. But the energy, which is like, you know, Young Baby has this ATL, you know, ATL slang kind of thing, right? So he speaks with the ATL vibe. Then he has this energy. So that energy I see in you. You're just speaking with a Houston vibe, but it's also.
Yeah.
I could dig it.
But the lyrics are solid. It's not just you mumble rapping.
Yeah.
No shades to those who do.
Yeah.
But like I was just sitting here listening to what you were actually saying.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, like I'm following the storyline. I'm following where you're going. Like I'm vibing with
Yeah, I
you.
gotta
So.
see the video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are your inspirations?
You know, you're from Houston, so.
Space Town in the building.
Gang, gang, gang.
Shit.
The Rockets.
I look up to.
Yeah, musically.
Yeah.
Who are your rappers? Who are your artists?
Meek, damn, one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah.
Meek.
Shout out to Meek Mills, by the way.
I listen to Future shit.
Shout out to
I
Future
listen to a
too.
lot of niggas, but shit, niggas like Meek, basically.
How you feel with the new? Because I mean, your music is like it's current. Like it could be on a radio,
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
mainstream right now. You know what I mean? It's
Definitely.
clean. Everything is good about it. Honestly.
It is.
What do you think about like? Because the artists you said, I wouldn't have thought you would have said them necessarily. Because that seems like a little bit older. Like, what do you think of the state of hip hop now, compared to like Meek Mill or even Future? Like it's
I
changed.
just feel like, yeah, it's changed. I just feel like it's just a new generation. But growing up, that's what I listened to, like
Right.
Meek, Pop, like them older rappers. But now it's just a new generation, a whole new rappers.
Who do you like that's new?
Shit, I listen to Lil Baby, I listen to fucking Da Baby, Moneybag Yo, Money Man. It's a whole bunch of guys. Roddy Rich. I listen to all of them. I fuck with
How you feel about these young artists, you know, passing so quickly? I'm talking about
Yeah.
What about Juice?
I'm talking
Yeah,
about Pop,
Juice
Juice
WRLD,
WRLD,
Pop.
even
This
Tentacion.
shit is crazy. Yeah, you really just gotta. Rappers, they target, so you gotta damn near protect yourself to, like, Like, you gotta watch who you have around you
Yeah,
too,
for
cause
sure.
it's crazy out here for real. Yeah, you gotta have the right people, the right crowd around you, everybody on point.
Definitely, you gotta have a business mind. You just
I wonder why rappers are talking that.
yeah.
Because I think it's
She's our in-house lawyer.
It's the lifestyle.
It's
It's the lifestyle.
That's why
it's
she's
the
on
lack
Moxie.
of balance and show, like, of course, like how we were just talking about how you have to have that relationship with your audience, but you have to draw a line with, as far as how much access you allow them to see.
Boundaries.
As far as having those boundaries, as far as who you are, like what money you got, like you know what I'm saying. Show be flashy because that's part of the industry, or
The
whatever.
image.
But you
Yeah.
can't allow them to see. You can allow them to get that close to you or have that access.
Yeah, don't allow them to
That's
see
all.
you smoking weed on the gram.
Right. Don't be stupid. Come on, man.
You gotta
It's
be
not stupid, but
business
it's just
mindset.
like
Right.
You gotta
it's not even no
represent
business.
yourself.
It's just like there's some
Sometimes
some
it's-
haters.
Yeah.
Haters.
You gotta be
And like
protective of
everywhere.
yourself. You know.
Yeah, everywhere.
And like you
Absolutely.
said, you have it, being protective of who you have in your circle. So like who's on your team, or how do you kind of manage who's around you and who
It's
you kind of
basically
keep at bay?
damn near family, and like day one,
Yeah.
type shit. I don't really do no new friends like that, cause it's hard to trust people. Like,
But you
Yeah.
gotta grow.
yeah, you
So
do
you
gotta
gotta let
grow.
people in at some, to some degree.
Mhm.
The genuine.
But you just can't let people in too close. Like,
Right.
if you don't really
Right.
know them, like
For
that.
sure. For sure.
Absolutely, man.
Mm.
And I was listening to the music, and it's very, very seasoned. So you sound really.
Sounds like
that shit was good, really
Yeah,
good.
Like he's been doing it for years.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I brought him on the show. That's the
So-
reason why. When
Yeah.
Melissa sent me the track, I was like, some of the stuff was like, okay,
Yeah.
I listened to the music, like, yeah, he's no joke. Like he's a legit artist.
Yeah, I'm like I was thinking, I was listening to somebody a song that's already on the radio playing internationally, because it's a really good, like the songs he was playing were really good, man, and you could tell a lot about an artist by their lyrics, the beat, what have you. Like I would say, what is your message, man? What are you trying to get out there, with your lyrics, the way you write, who are you trying to target, per se,
I'm really just trying to motivate the youth, like, you know what I'm saying? I talk about different stuff on different tracks, like some shit just turn up
Yeah.
music.
Now what's your turn up track that you like on this one, on Timeless?
Uncut and then Dumb Racks.
Dumb Rat. Should we hear that one? Should we just?
Yeah, you
No,
can
I
play
want to
that
hear
one.
his answer though. Real quick.
All right, go. Let's.
Sorry.
People say,
Sorry,
ladies,
boss
ladies,
man.
ladies.
Cut them out if
I'm
you-
not the boss
Come on.
man. I'm just a
Come on,
coordinator.
Evan. Nah, you
That's
good.
right.
I just want to show this.
Okay, what was the question again?
No, the question. See,
No, like
message.
like
Oh,
yeah,
what's
what's your
your
message?
target audience?
What's your message?
What's your
I just
message?
I just really want to just motivate the youth. Like, you can be whatever you want to be. Like, shit. And you just got to grind. You just got to stick to it. Like, if you really want it, you can make it happen. If you just stay consistent type shit.
It's hard to be a
You
rapper.
gotta work
man.
for it.
Right, but is that your story? Like, if that's how you were brought up?
That's what I wanted
like,
to hear
was
too.
that the
What's your
process?
Like,
What's the process
are you?
to
Right.
bring forth those lyrics? Because
Yeah,
as an artist myself, I love to write, but I write based on my experience, honestly, and I love to speak my truth.
Sometime-
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I might not even write. I just might punch in. It's just how I feel, like
Yeah.
the vibe.
Flow.
Like, if I'm writing about some real shit, though, I'm gonna write it down.
And then you also have friends,
Yeah.
family members who've gone through some real stuff, and they don't have the opportunity to get that message out.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
use
you-
that shit through my music.
Yeah,
It's
Wow.
you have to be the
Give them
voice.
a voice.
Yeah, you have to be the voice of your community too. Like if I grew up in like the ghetto of Africa or like Lagos or something like that, and I need people around the world to hear what is going on in Africa, I can use their stories too.
but I want to know your story, like.
Yeah.
Where you come from?
Because exactly, it's important in terms
Where
of.
you go to high school?
Hold on. No, not even
Not high
that.
school.
I want to say something because
So,
Like how it
you
started.
sound so good.
Like how it started.
Because this was my thing. You sound so good, right? But my thing is like, what's gonna set you apart from all these
Yeah.
other good rappers?
That's what I want
And
to
it's your story.
Yeah, shit.
So
That
I want to get to know
creating
that
your own
part.
lane
you
type
want
of
to get to
deal.
know me more personally.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, yeah, well, shit. Start, look, this how I started music. First off, my grandpa, he's a pastor of the church. My grandma, she's the first.
Shout out to your grandpa,
Yeah, for sure.
preacher man, Jesus.
Yup.
Yeah, but it started like
Yes.
shit. I just was in church first, like I started liking music. I learned how to play the drums on my own, so know how to play the drums. I got into the drums. I used to play for the choir and shit. Then shit, my grandma used to make me come in the choir and shit, help them out and sing. So I really just, I'm damn near like kind of musically inclined because I guess I started at a young age. I've been in church since I was like a baby. They had me in church, so I guess that's why I fell in love with music. Just being around music.
Yeah.
Just
I can relate.
Yeah.
I can relate.
Type shit.
Amazing.
Same.
Yeah.
You could tell you're a natural. I mean, the sound.
How long you been writing? Because the lyrics that you had in there, I would not think that you just started writing 2 years ago.
Yeah, I actually freestyled that whole song. I ain't even write that
Wow.
song. But
Okay.
There's a lot of shit I wrote on that. But I've been writing for a minute. Probably some years.
Okay.
So.
You know, with the ghost writing, you know, and professional writers being, you know, there's some writers that wrote some songs for Drake that are hits. I mean, is it that important to be a rapper?
Yeah, how do you
and
feel about that?
You know, yeah, exactly. How do you feel about it? Is it important to like write your own stuff?
I feel like I write my own shit, but I feel like it's cool. Like,
But when you're like a millionaire, it's like, I don't have time to write this shit.
Exactly.
yeah, they can pay somebody to write.
Yeah, like,
I can buy that.
yeah, your job is to
But I
write
feel
for me.
like- I feel like if it's coming from you, it should be from you.
Yeah.
People really can't feel where you come from. Like, I don't feel
Right.
like.
So there's a feeling attached to when you write it.
And I
But shit,
think,
that's cool. Like, they write hit songs and shit. I feel like club music, like somebody could do that shit. Like, that's cool.
right.
I mean, I
But
feel
like-
like you can relate to it, so you can hear a song and actually relate to it.
Yeah,
Say,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what,
yeah.
this is how I feel.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and I want to sing that song. I want to rap that song because this is speaking to
Yeah,
my
I'm
heart,
not
you
against.
know?
I'm not against those.
What do you think is most important? Because I feel like for a rapper, it's like you gotta have the bars, you gotta have the flow, like the voice. That's another thing that is good. You have a good voice, and then you gotta have like the attitude, the personality, the persona. You gotta be. You can't be looking awkward unless that's your thing, and then you make it, a thing.
Yeah.
So like, what do you think? What do you think is like if you had to pick one of the three to have? Like, which one would it be?
Well, I'd for street cred. Is that important too?
Okay, but I don't want to put it in the same bucket. But we can talk about. I think that's in the ghostwriting topic. Like, do you actually need to have a true
No,
True
absolutely
street.
not.
Okay, but go ahead. Out of the three,
It's about
Can you repeat the three?
yeah, the three were writing your lyrics. No. What were the three?
Oh Lord.
The three were personality, like your swag,
Credibility.
your bars, and then your flow, like your voice, your flow. Which one do you think is the most important to be at the top right now?
I really feel like you damn near need all of them, but personality, you gotta have personality. But bars, I feel like bars.
Because it's tough.
What
You
you
can
talking
you have
about?
there's so many rappers who got so much bars, but they'll never be on the top because they don't have that
Oh yeah,
personality.
you said, I forgot you said swag. Like you gotta then I feel like swag, like that's a big part. Like your image is a big role. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
So you
it's
go-
all about
Your
consistency.
image. I
It's
feel
about
like, yeah.
consistency, man. It's
Mhm.
you know, I think once you're consistent at what you do, the sky's the limit, man. A lot of
Yeah.
people they give up, they get into a lot of crazy stuff, or the opportunity present itself, but they're not ready
Not ready.
when the
Prepared.
opportunity presents itself,
True.
So what's your process like? How do you get prepared? Like, say, to do a show. Like, do you have to talk to yourself like, all right, man, I'm that nigga, like, what do you do?
Right.
You
Nah,
meditate.
we just be-
I have to do that.
We just be
I have to
alright.
wake up and be like, I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga today. Yesterday. For the next 4 hours.
Not today.
Yeah, before the show, we might be on like a sprinter, man. We got done Julio, we got drinks, we turning up, everybody just turned up.
Yeah.
We all just
So pregame.
got good energy, yo. We
Get that
just
energy
turned
up.
up
Yeah.
and shit.
Get
Just
hype.
follow us to the show.
It's lit.
Shit, yo.
It's good, man.
How you preparing for? Imagine. I mean, and hopefully that's the goal. You're gonna blow.
Mm-hmm.
So how you preparing for that? Because yeah. I'll just leave it at that. How you
Just
preparing
stay
for?
working consistently. Like,
Mhm.
we gotta keep it going. We
Gotta
can't
keep
just
consistent.
put some shit out and stop. You gotta.
So you got
Keep
some more
going.
stuff for us.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got a whole bunch of shit. I stay working. Show.
What's
Yeah.
the challenge that you've had with being consistent and always like when you're writing, making sure that it's fresh, that it's not a replica of something that you just put out, but it sounds. I mean, still your sound, but not the same song.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Shit. I ain't gonna lie, it's just a vibe I get when I go in the booth, like shit. It's just different vibes I get. I might write one time, I might not write. So I don't know. Really I really don't know how to answer that question.
But it seems like you're pulling from within yourself. So whether it's from life experiences or like we talked about your family experiences, like it seems like that maybe, I won't put words in your mouth, but maybe one of your main kind of inspiration that you pull from when you're writing or when you're maybe not writing but going to make a new song. So that it's not like I'm gonna tell the story about, like you said, something like you fell in love with me, it kind of just happened.
Right.
So was it like a dating situation that sparked that, or just like different stuff that?
I feel like the music is like a getaway for me. Like it's damn near like if I'm going through a lot of shit, I just go in the closet or some shit and I just go write some
Get
shit
it out
out
that way.
come create like
Okay.
type of shit. Like it's damn near like a getaway, like stress relief. Like that's how I take music. Like put me in a different whole zone.
How do you feel about, I'm gonna ask a tough question. How do you feel about like what rap music, like the image of it, the industry, what it promotes, and then like, so like let me give an example. Everybody's all like R.I.P. Juice WRLD and stuff like that, but the people saying R.I.P. are the same ones who are like, Juice WRLD even had the interview talking about he started doing like codeine when he was like 11 and stuff or something like that. Yeah, and he's like, because it was Wayne, it was the Wayne era. And so I'm saying, like, how can you, as a rapper, we have or artists, we have a responsibility to what we're, I was a teacher. I'm a dancer and I was a teacher. So it's like, it was like weird for me to see, like when I became a teacher, see my kids like bump like NBA Youngboy and all these things. And they're like so obsessed with these people. Like they are, and they will imitate, they will emulate. Yeah. And then Juice WRLD, exactly, at 20, he would like, imagine his insides, like his health was shot. Yeah. Right. Because 11 codeine.
Oh, that's
and so it's like, so I guess my question is like, how do you navigate that? Because it's part of the culture. Us ourselves are no saints, but like at the same time, our message impacts people. And we, but then are we gonna, you know what I'm saying? But then we're gonna be like, oh, R.I.P. It's like, well, you killed him. Like you did that in a way.
Yeah,
that influence.
I say it's a big influence. Like music is a big influence on other people's lives, but at the same time, it's up to them. Like they doing it themselves. Like I feel it's in the music and shit, but at the same time, it's on them. Like they doing that shit. Like you don't have to do these drugs. You don't have to be doing this shit. So I feel like it's just up to the person. Like music for me is just a getaway. Like I don't have to do drugs and shit. Like I just like music.
Yeah, Lil Baby said that in one of his recent interviews too. He was like, he doesn't do drugs, so he's not gonna even rap about it.
Yeah. I rap about drugs and shit though.
No, what drugs are you talking about? Like weed is not a drug. Weed is not a drug on the T Club.
Yeah. I mean, he talked about. He said some stuff in this track.
Yeah, shit. I didn't sip drink and shit. I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. You got something, you can fill up my cup.
Yeah, but I think what's important is what you do outside of the track, outside of the music. I know,
You're like Meek Mill.
Yeah, people get influenced by the music, but then when they see the actual artist speak on it and say, hey, yeah, I rap on this stuff, but honestly,
people to go do it. Like,
I agree, but like we do promote it. Like we're saying, like this is what I do. Yeah, and you're giving a vibe, like you really rallying people to do these things. So it's like I get you because I'm doing it too, and it would require me to take a look at myself, and stop something or like whatever it is.
It's just I feel like
because you said motivate the youth.
Yeah,
like,
I
that's
just
what
feel like
your
it's
goal
just
is.
a lot of shit. It's just shit that's going around you.
Right.
That's how I feel. Like that's how I definitely put it. Like,
the motivation
Alright,
is
so
different
look,
too.
I want to chime in because I'm an artist too, right? So I feel like as an artist, that's a hard thing because it's like you're like
You gotta rap about current affairs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you trying to
Express
come from
yourself.
a personal place, so you're gonna speak about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's selling drugs, maybe you probably killed some people, you probably did some shit, and it's like you gonna rap about it.
sure.
But then I feel like the counteract is like you always have to, you know what I'm saying, spin it to where you talking a good message. You know what I'm saying? Because you could talk about the positive and the negative, but some of these rappers, all they harp on as a negative. So that's where people
And they
get
glorify it. They say it's good.
I
So
got
But then they want to say R.I.P.
But I think the audience needs to understand that. Which is like, you can't look at a rapper as Jesus and just do whatever a rapper does. Like, you have to understand, like we watch action movies and people
So
shooting.
who much is given, much is tested. If you
I'm
influencing
not-
everybody, you got a responsibility.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
why you
not-
on the top.
I think
Sorry.
that's what-
I'm not disagreeing with you,
Alright.
but at the same time, I'm not
Sorry,
disagreeing.
sorry.
No.
No. I'm not,
Because-
and I want you to finish your thought.
Okay.
And I'm not disagreeing with anyone here. I'm just saying that, you know, like, these rappers are human beings, and they're allowed to act and do whatever they need to do, right? And as instead of us telling these rappers, stop what you're doing, let's just talk to the kids, like us who listen to them, like, these rappers, some of them smoke, and some of them don't do lean, but they might talk about doing lean, but some of them don't actually do it. We should go start talking to the kids, and like people like us who don't do lean, and tell the kids, like, don't do that, like our teachers or your mentors to these kids, and let them know, like, don't do lean, instead of them looking at the rap. And if they want to look at the rap and they choose that path, you know?
That's like saying somebody from Afrobeat. You know, you telling a girl, should you whine like that? You know,
I mean, I think about it all the time. I'm like, if I were to twerk in a thong, I would get famous real fast.
That's right,
But I
Monet.
don't.
Right? Are you gonna do that?
But I don't.
You're not gonna
because-
twerk in a.
because I have a relationship. It's only for my husband to see.
All I'm gonna say is,
My
I feel
future
like
Are you taking?
you can't.
Can I do layaway husband?
Oh Lord.
Go ahead.
Let's lay away. I'm a layaway husband.
all I'm
I want to
saying
see
is-
that. Do you know?
To all the artists is just to be cognizant. It's not to say that you can't say something or you're not supposed to express yourself.
Yeah.
But it's like, for me, it's like trying to tell a child not to watch their parent when their parent is on crack.
Don't poo-poo
Like,
your
you gotta
pants,
talk to the
child.
parent. You know what I'm saying? Because as an artist, you're a leader. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like earlier you said, why are rappers targeted? That's because we leaders. And we influence a lot of people. So at the end of the day, who you gonna, you know what I'm saying? You shoot the head and the body's gonna fall. Like, that's how we are as artists. So you gotta take that into consideration. It's a gift given from God, and it's not a joke. But a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? We get the money and we start ignoring the amount of pull and the amount of influence we have, and that's fucked up.
I feel like it's a gift and a curse.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you heard it here. Young people say it's a gift and a curse. I never looked at myself as. I guess I'm not. Maybe I'm not a leader. So.
Hell
You
yeah.
are. What do you even talk about?
You leading right now.
Bye, Heaven.
So, young Timo, to lighten things up, to lighten the mood. Who's the lucky lady in your life? Or anybody? Because that's another
Who the
thing.
lucky ladies? See, I know the decade.
The ladies.
The ladies, not one.
Are you
And
single?
ready to mingle.
Okay.
You gotta add that.
Coffee. Young
You staying
Timo's.
focused.
So what's your relationship with what do you think about with women? You know, right now it's glorified to have many female partners, not be tied down. What's your point of view on that? Would you want to get married one day, or are you like, nah, screw marriage?
Maybe.
Okay.
You just gotta find the right person.
Absolutely.
So you think it's possible? You think it's
2035, maybe.
possible?
I think it's possible.
Every
Maybe
man
no
wants
time soon for me right now. I'm still young.
2040, you know.
Yeah.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm
Timo?
21.
Oh, hell no. He ain't trying
I know, right?
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, smash away, young Timo. Smash.
I'm not saying do that.
Oh,
Be
man.
responsible
Yes.
and respectful. But at 21,
Wrap up. That's
you
what
should
you
not
say.
be thinking about.
Wrap up.
Yeah,
Say it again.
But
That's
no,
why I
at
say
21, you
one
should
day
not
for
be.
sure.
I mean, if you find somebody that you want to build a relationship with, and it may not even last for forever, but it may serve a purpose in your life at that time, be open to it. But at 21, no, you should not be wanting to be
Buckets.
married.
No, not at all. That shouldn't even be a.
Male or
yeah,
female,
I'm
anybody
still trying to
that
have
age,
my
I
little
think
fun.
that's my
Ladies, young Timo is single. That's right. Pull up on him.
I'm still trying to have fun.
Pull up on him.
Going
That's
out
right.
tonight?
How should they pull up? G-string
No,
and
maybe. Oh my God.
When's your next performance? When's
Yes.
your next show? When
We're
can
talking
come turn
about
up?
We working on that right now, so I'm gonna announce that on my Instagram for sure.
Which is, what's your Instagram?
It's Filthy Boy Timo.
Filthy Boy Timo.
Mhm.
See, he got it's. I don't know. I see it. You got it.
Timo.
Well, thank you for coming over to the Tea Club. We don't have too much time. We're really excited to have you. We love your music. I got your whole album, Timeless. That's right. We can pick it up on all platforms, Spotify, iTunes. That's right. Make sure you follow Young Timo. That's right. Young Timo, we don't know when your next show is, but you're about to announce it on your Instagram.
Mhm.
Introduce your man, man.
It's my man. It's my manager, Weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gee, management.
Yeah.
Wait, listen. Do we have time for the
My
question
brother,
for the
man.
Yeah, just one question for. No, we don't have time.
Okay.
But say something, management.
Yeah.
Just say something.
What's good?
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. A man of few words.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's why.
You know.
We appreciate you.
Young Timo, we
Keep
love
going.
you.
Yeah.
Will you come back to the Tea Club again?
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Whenever y'all
Next
wanna
time you're
have-
gonna be up top.
Yeah, I'm still gonna be coming back here though.
Yeah, please do. Next time you bring the tea though, because you're drinking, the expensive tea.
Which y'all like drinking?
The 1942. That's exactly what we like drinking. 1942. We don't care. The exclusive version, regular version, just come with it.
I got you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Young Timo, that's why I'm going to play one of his tracks. That's why this one's called Dumb Racks. Thank you for tuning into the Tea Club. Shout out to Anthony Rajiv. Shout out to BB Love. Shout out to Caleb the Great. Shout out to
HTXV, man.
HTXU, because I was about to say real HTXV.
HTXV.
I was about to say real HXV.
Oh yeah, the same.
All right. Shout out to Miss Coffee, our lawyer extraordinaire. Shout out to Soleil. Shout out to Young Timo's management. Shout out to Noir. Shout out to Melissa.
Is that Noir?
I keep on getting his name wrong. I'm trying to spell it.
Just call him Lou.
Lou.
Okay.
No.
Shout out to Lou.
No.
Shout out
Oh my
to
God. No.
Oh, shout out to New.
You slipping.
I'm not slipping. I'm just drunk. Shout out to Young Timo.
I'm fucking
I'm
never
slipping. Like, man is drunk. Can I be drunk? Young Timo, Dumb Racks.
Smoking on gas with cut back. Very good shit, mismatch. No purpose, stick, gotta keep back. I'm pocket bitch, like contact. Going to be the key, got done right. Wants to be the key, got done right. Wants to be the key, got done right.
That's right.
Smoking on gas with cut
Show
back.
comes on Monday at 12 noon. Tune in, that's right.
Stick, gotta keep back.
This is the Tea Club. Let's take some pictures.
Be the key, got done right. Wants to be the key, got done right. Wants to be the key, got done right. Wants to be the key, got done right. We smoke bad with
I love like the big
got me on each side.
like that shit. I love that type of.
Saying to get it. Smoking ice when he hit that. Them feeling like high head. It's quite
I
inclined.
love that bass like that.
They don't like mucho grande, touch that Andre. Did an entree like the camera coupe. Can't take coupe, the Benz with bust down ice. Ooh, like Mike, bust it down like a Kit Kat. Dior, sassy, it's nice. Big waist, nigga, money bag, big face. The size 10